Hello dear students, this is Mr. Chung, and we're going to do a problem about simple and compound interest. So in this video, I'm not going to explain too much about the details, I'm just going to show you how to calculate each one. Okay, the problem says Mr. Ibarra invests $500 in a savings account that gives 4% annual compound interest. Mr. Bermudez invests $500 in a savings account that gives him a 5% annual simple interest. Now notice that the percentages are different. So normally if the percentages were the same, let's say it was both 4%, then the compound interest would automatically be better. But if the percentages are different, then we have to calculate based on the number of years which one is the better choice. So they say 10 years here. So A, how much money will they have in 10 years? Okay, let's calculate Mr. Ibarra's first. So for compound interest, you're going to use an exponential equation, y equals a times b to the power of x. And a is your starting value and b is the multiplier. To find the multiplier for compound interest, you need to take the percent interest, add 100, and divide by 100. Reason being, you are going to be earning, you're going to be keeping your original 100% of your original money, and on top of that, you're also going to have the percent interest that you earned. Then you divide by 100 to get the decimal. So in this case, you earn 4% interest, and you're going to keep the 100% of your original money divided by 100. 104 divided by 100 is going to give you 1.04, which is your multiplier. So you can build your equation now. Y equals, he puts in $500, that's the starting value, times 1.04, the multiplier, to the power of x. And if you want to know how much he's earning in 10 years, or how much he has in 10 years, then you put it to the power of 10 instead of x, and you're going to get that he now has $740.12 after 10 years. Okay, let's look at Mr. Bermudez's total money. He has simple interest. So simple interest follows a linear equation. So y equals mx plus b, where that's the slope, m is the slope, and b is your starting value. We know that he put in $500, so we already know the starting value. We just have to find the slope. So to find the slope, you are going to take the starting value and multiply that by the percent interest divided by 100. So basically you're saying, okay, he has $500 that he puts in, and we want to know it says that he has 5% simple interest. So 5 out of 100. When you divide 5 by 100, you're going to get 0.05. And when you multiply 500 times 0.05, you're going to get $25 in interest. So that means that every year he's earning $25 in interest. Plug that into your equation, y equals 25x plus 500. And we can figure out that in 10 years, we plug in the 10 into the x, he's going to have $750. So once you solve that, it's going to end up with $750. So in this case, who made the better investment choice? Mr. Bermudez made the better choice there's a typo there. Instead of better, I should say better, two T's. Because he has 750, while Mr. Ibarra has 740 and 12 cents. Now, for those of you that are curious about, we talked about in class how compound interest, you get more interest every year. So shouldn't compound interest be better? Well, in this case, because they only invested for 10 years, not quite, not yet. But if you recalculate these numbers for 20 years, then you might see a different result. So if you're interested, go ahead and calculate that. You'll see that in 20 years, in the long term, the compound interest does win out. Okay, over and out.